everyone, it's Aska here. In this video, I will show you how to correct and fix lengthening your nails, even if you think you failed using PolyGel. Do you think that when using gel or PolyGel for nail extension, and the nail shape has become odd or it's not going well? You can't fix it because you've already cured it with the light? Don't give up just yet. After curing, no matter what condition it's in, you can achieve a smooth and beautiful shape by using a file. In this video, I will show you how to file based on the specific mistakes, so please watch until the end. Okay, let's get started. When you extend the length of your nails, what do you use? Everyone has their preferred method, from using builder gel, PolyGel, paper foams to using dual foam. Among these, in this video, I'll use the scenario where PolyGel and dual foam are used, and also where gel and paper foams are used to extend the length. So, let's start with an example of what to do if you've extended the length using PolyGel with dual foam and encountered some issues. One common mistake is the PolyGel overflowing from the dual foam, as shown here. While the dual foam section has a smooth and beautiful shape that follows the curve of the nail, the overflow has made it less beautiful. If left like this, it can get caught in hair or cause inconvenience in day-to-day activities. So let's use a file to make adjustments. It's recommended to use a file with a grade of around 180. First, let's start by filing down the overflow at the base of the nail. When filing the nail from the side view, place the file like this and begin by reducing the overflow. One thing to be cautious of when filing is not to touch the skin with the file. If you file at a wrong angle, you might accidentally scrape your skin, so be careful. For example, as the overflow at the base of the nail gets smaller, there's a risk of this file touching the skin. So adjust the angle to about 45 degrees in relation to the nail. This way, you can avoid any contact with the skin. Also, be sure not to focus on the same spot too much. Instead, move the file along the shape of the base of the nail. Beginners tend to overfile, so frequently pause and check how much you file, ensuring you don't file down to your natural nail. Once the overflow at the base of the nail is gone, there should be no roughness when touching it, and from the side view, the nail's curve should be even. With the base done, we can file both sides in the same way. When filing the sides, hold the file upright and press it against the side of the nail. Even if there's some overflow on the sides, avoid filing too much and losing the nice shape that's been created with the dual foam. To eliminate the step on the sides, tilt the file slightly inward while filing. You can also remove any protrusion from the bottom by scooping the file up from below. Okay, both sides are fine now too. Next is the tip of the nail. Begin by filing to achieve the desired length. Place the file perpendicular to the nail and file. At this stage, focus on adjusting the length and file vigorously. Once you reach the desired length, now it's time to shape the tip. You can choose any shape you like, such as oval, round, square, etc. For this demonstration, I'll shape it into the most popular oval style. To shape the tip, apply the file as if you were scooping from under the nail. Once you file around the nail tip, you are done. Alternatively, if using dual foam to extend the length, there can be cases where it becomes too thick and all the underside of the nail becomes raised. If the underside is the issue, the file cannot reach that part, so you won't be able to file this part. To avoid this issue, it's important to check it before it flows over and smooth it with the brush before you cure it. If you have a nail drill, you can file this underside, so you've got that as an option. While pulling the skin to ensure the drill bit doesn't touch the fingertips, you can file the inside in a consistent direction to shape the thickness. Afterward, wipe away the dust with ethanol and finish with the top coat, and you are done. Even though the overflow was very noticeable, we've been able to correct it to look this good. Now let's continue and look at the case where you might have used builder gel in a paper form. If you used a paper form, it's not possible for it to overflow to the underside. But when using gel for extensions, you have to shape the entire nail yourself, which makes it more challenging. Gel tends to droop more, so it often flows over at the base in both sides of the nail. To address this overflow, start by filing it from the base side with the file, similar to what we did with PolyGel. Another common mistake people make is applying too much gel, causing the entire nail to look bulky. This can be addressed by filing the base in both sides of the nail to make it look sleeker. Use the file upright and press it against the nail, filing straight, like when we filed both sides of the nail. To reduce the bulkiness, continue filing while gradually tilting the file towards the center of the nail. This way, both sides will have a slim appearance. Similarly, file the opposite side to make both sides of this line look slim. When filing the nail tip, we'll do it in the same way as we did for PolyGel. Once you file the base, both sides, and the nail tip, finish by filing the surface of the nail. Nails naturally have two types of curves. The first is the curve viewed from the side, and the other is the curve viewed from the tip of the nail. These two curves allow nails to absorb any impact when they come into contact with something. So when extending length of nails, it's important to be conscious of these curves and file accordingly. If using dual foam, these curves can easily be created from the start. But with paper foams, you have to create these curves yourself. When filing to create these curves, I want you to be conscious of doing it in a rounding motion. When viewed from the tip of the nail, you should file along the curve of the nail like this. This way, you will only file away the excess, and as you file, a natural curve will be created. For the curve on this side, use the same principle as when filing the base of the nail. File from the base towards the highest point of the nail. And for the tip, tilt the file in the opposite direction and file it with a slight angle. People who do their own nails tend to overfile, so once you've filed a bit, take a break and check to ensure you're not overdoing it, and then continue filing gradually. Finally, wipe away the dust and apply a top coat to finish. Here's the before and after. You'll see that it's made a remarkable transformation. How did you like the way I showed you how to file for extending length? While you may understand the concepts in this video, when you actually try it, the technique can be quite challenging. It's an area I haven't gone into much because I felt that it may be too difficult for people who do their own nails. That being said, I know there are many of you who want to become better at extending their nail length, so I create this video focused specifically only on filing. I encourage everyone to give it a go. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful to you, please hit the like button. And if you like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.